Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is the scene that I'm going to paint today. Just caught my eye, the light of on those buildings, and the way the light comes through, the lovely shadow underneath in the foreground. I'm here in the village of Great Baddow, on the outskirts of Chelmsford town centre, and lovely sunny day, so I've found a place under trees, which is quite important when you're watercolour painting. And I'm just going to have a quick coffee, and then I'm going to make a start. I hope you enjoy watching. Well, as normal, I like to show you my setup. Nicely in the shade here, and got the easel up, paints all at the ready, board 11x15 paper on a board, and there we are, bang on cue. A couple of figures. Now they may be interesting in the shadow, in the shade there, to put in. Yeah, I have to try and memorise those. I think I can do that. Brilliant. Let's get cracking then. Good. Well, there's the drawing down. It's all ready to go. I've got my normal mixing tray where I've put everything in and put all the paints in and damped them all up, ready for action really. Now, first thing I'm going to do, as you can see, the composition is there, the drawing, the building, chimney, a couple of trees. First thing I'm going to do is just lay a nice sky on. We're having the sun coming from the right, so the left hand side of the sky will be where the blue is, and I'm not going to paint down over the roof line on this one, which is probably something normal anyway that I do. Now I'm adding alizarin crimson. Those of you that have seen me paint before know that I like to add alizarin to the sky. Helps give warmth. Going around the chimneys, chimney pots, and the chimney breast itself. There we are. Then, cleaning the brush, I'm going to add cadmium lemon to that right hand side of the sky, because that will give me a nice feeling of, pick around that chimney, of sunlight coming in from that right hand side, which is what I'm looking for. Sweep that across and allow that to dry. Just watch those areas don't bleed back, so I'm just lifting those off. That's it, just streak that through. Good. Well, while that's drying, we're going to use some of that colour in the foreground. Lemon yellow, cadmium lemon, put a bit of burnt umber with that, just to give it a bit more of an earthy feel, because lots of we've had a very dry year this year here in the UK, beginning of the summer, so I need to show a little bit of that on the grass really. A little bit of blue in there, a little bit of Prussian, perhaps Windsor, just to show there is a bit of greenery like that. We'll deal with shadows later on, and a little bit more yellow, a little bit more Windsor, or could use Prussian. And that is more or less the handling of the grass area. Nicely up. There we are. So that's those two main areas put in. Good. Well, I've just painted in the wall there with the pillars that's where you've got entrance to the doorways, so that's worked out quite well. You can actually see sunlight coming on the frontage now, so that's very useful. Right, now the windows and doors. Now with the doors, we've got white doors, black doors and a brown door. I'm going to put in the black doors, ultramarine and burnt umber. Get a lovely dark blue grey for that. And there's one there, that's a door. It has a white surround, so you've just got to watch that we allow that to shine through. That's another door there. Just not filling everything in. I want to, and above the door there is a glazed area. That's interesting. A little porch on that one, but we'll put that in shortly. That door I can't see. Right, windows. A bit more brown now. A bit more burnt umber in the mix. Quite dark. These cottage windows normally are dark, and I'm going to just drag down like that. To create the illusion of glazing that has reflection. See that? That's the way I feel that these windows will be depicted better, probably in a better way. Oh, and then there's a door. That's a white door, but it's got two glazed areas. Here we are. Then we have a brown door, and that's just going to be pure burnt umber, but considerably lighter than that one there. There we go. So that's that door. Good. Coming along well. Now the chimney. Let's get that in. It's like a grey. It's a burnt umber with a little bit of light red, then a little bit of yellow. See if we can get this. Oh, we want green with that, so a little bit of yellow. Touch of blue in there, just so that raw sienna. Yeah, a little bit of raw sienna, just to help give the feel of a green grey. And that's there, like that. That sort of straddles the chimney, the roof line, like that. There we are. And then take a little bit off the brush to create the sunlit side. And there again, not painting everything in, leaving plenty of white paper, trying to get light. Raw sienna now for two of the chimneys, there and there, and the back one is also raw sienna, but there is a red, a light one. Now I'm going to clean that brush and just soften down one side, so we've got a bit of a rounded shape to those chimneys. Now I'm going to use red, cadmium red for this one. It's always nice to have a nice red. If there is a red, put a red in, like that, and then soften it again with water, just so as you get a rounded feel. And that is how you do a chimney stack and chimney pots. Just need shadow really to sort those that roof line out. Right, now I'm using dark brown, burnt umber again, for these areas of it's sort of like quite a substantial piece of low fencing there, it shows there as well, across there like that. some nice substantial uprights that support that. Just put those in, flick them in fairly quickly. Don't want to over show that. There we are. Good. Okay, got guttering. Right, let's put guttering in. Got a dark blue brown here, so let's go in with the gutter. And we have a downpipe just there, which is into a big tray, but anyway, yeah, that comes down there like that, just broken up with that, and then we have the gutter running along like that into that tree and continuation through here. So that's the gutter. Don't make your gutters too wide. Can be quite a crucial fault if gutters are too wide. I think we've got, no, that's it. That's all the gutters I can see, so that'll do me. Not putting more in than I need. Okay, now I'm going to paint in the, there is a bit of red roofing on that porch there that may or may not be in shadow, I'm not sure yet. And then there's some black. It's got a black wooded frontage, and I think it's slatted, so I'm going across like that. Then we have a post there to support the frontage and another post there to support that one. There we are. So there's the two supporting posts. All will be revealed when we put shadow in. There is some very light piece of tile work there. There's an overhanging porch there, so that's interesting too, and that has only just some metal supports underneath, so we don't need to put those in. Right, now the figures. Right, raw sienna for that figure there, with a bit of red and a bit of blue going in, and bring the hair coming down like that. And this one had very light, see, this one had very, very light cream sort of trousers. So, well, there you go. It's gone a little bit thick. Let's just lift a bit of that away. There we go. Blur them off, that's nice. And this one then, more dark brown hair. Like that. And I think this is a warm day, so we did have sort of like a certain amount of arms showing there, and this one had shorts, I think, but anyway, perhaps I didn't, but I think I put shorts on, finished them anywhere there. And yeah, we'll leave a white t-shirt and dark shorts, dark blue shorts on there. There we go. So that's and then just, if I can just take off some moisture from the brush. There we are. Good. So that's the two figures. Dog, dark brown, burnt umber. I'm going to put a bit of light red with it, because I think it was quite a rich brown colour. So There you go, look at that. There's a little doggy. Look at that. Got him in quite nicely, waiting at the near the opening, so not running across the road. Okay, let's continue with this and working up there like that. That's why I've used this large mop, because it's got a lovely point to it. Now I'm going to go in with a bit more yellow now, just on these outer edges. Just feel that would benefit from that. We'll go darker later. That's it. And plenty of brown in there, but there's also plenty of this lovely yellow. There we go. Lots of spiky greens around this lower trunk area. There we are. Yep, I'll put the blue in very shortly. Oh, the brown. Let's get the brown in now. This is quite a nice brown actually. Putting the dark side of the brown in first. Like that. And then what I'm going to do, I'm use a damp brush just to soften that right hand side. Well, then we can see a bit more darker burnt umber, a little area there, and then there's the odd branch that we can see. I'm going to darken this considerably shortly, but this is only the main structure. Yeah, there's a branch coming out there, another one coming out there. That's it. Lovely, lovely little old tree that. Right hand side, well, now this is a different kettle of fish altogether. This is a dark, I'm going to put a bit of red with the Windsor and burnt umber, because this is a very dark tree, this right hand side, and that's the reason for using that really dark colour. Lighter tree at the top, but let's deal with the dark one first. There again, you trying to pick up the strata of the tree. I mean, you know, it's a suggestion, but overall I want to pick up the strength of light that's coming from that right hand side across that building. There we are, that's the very dark area, and there's also some dark spiky bits there running down the trunk, and it's very dark green. That's really what this is, and this brush is ideal for this sort of treatment. A little bit of dark in there. Now I'm adding cadmium yellow now, because this is where the lighter greens begin to show. Although it's dark, it's a lighter green. There we go. And this dark green also going to use now on the overhang and left hand side of this tree. quite quite a dark area in places, mainly on the left, and those little touches of overhanging stuff and some little bits hanging up, coming out in this lower area as well. It's a lovely tree to depict, or try to depict anyway. It really is. Yeah, that's pretty good. Right, clean the brush. Now all of a sudden we've got some nice lighter greens now. It's a slightly different strata of tree. Still pointy, overhanging branches. But other than that, it's then amalgamates in with this dark one as it comes down. There we go. Quite a dense area. Look at that. And then we have some overhanging branches there, some darker overhanging branches there, picking up a bit of paint. So that all works. It all works quite well. There we are. Bit more blue, bit more yellow. Just get some fresher greens, fresher darker greens in amongst this very, very dark green there, because it's that type of tree. Now I'm adding burnt umber to that mix to create a brown for the trunking. There we go. Clean the brush. Bit of browny red again, just stroking in, trying to pick up the trunk of that. And that's it, and that comes through like that. Brilliant. In actual fact, I think I need to have a bit more of that darker colour on the overhang of that tree there. Just wants to cross that chimney a touch, ideally. Just helps to give that feel. There we are, and some little spiky areas again in this lower bit there. That's better. That's better. That's bringing to, that's it, lift those up. Look at that. Put a few in here as well. A few of these really dark areas on the left hand side. As always, they dry up lighter, so you know. But that one is generally in more sunlight because of the sunlight coming from the right. And then while I've had the brush nicely shaped, I'm going to just stroke in what is in effect something a little lighter in the form of an overhanging shrub of some sort there, and blocking that in because that lays sort of there really. There we are. Excellent. Good. Well, it's shadow time, so it's Windsor blue and Indian red. Don't go too dark. Let's just chuck up on this chimney to see whether I've got the tone right. Yeah, I don't think I'm far out with that. Goes like that, and it comes down like that. and then we have just a small section underneath there, and then we just have an area down the back edge of those chimneys. That's correct. Alright, damp brush, bleed that round. Not too much water, lift a bit of that away. There we are. Nice film lip. Of a chimney. Right, now the light is going to be fairly low, so I'm going to have that fairly well extended. There we are. Across the roof, I'll do some other touches there soon. Right, a bit more water in the mix now, because I'm going to do a lovely deep overhang under the gutter, and that's the way it is as I can see it right now. So the sun is just beginning to come round, nice deep overhang, and down the right hand side of all the windows, just to give them depth, across the top, down the right, across the top, down the right, or a shadow there, and I'm going to have a shadow there cutting across like that, and there will be a nice deep shadow inside the door there from the porch. Lovely, look at that, and inside the door frames. There we are, and all of a sudden the building begins to stand out in clear relief. Inside the porch there, there we are, and down the right hand side, the left hand side of each of these pillars, because they are openings, and of course the wall goes in, so that's would be there, there, and there. So that one does that, that one does that, oh right, and that one does that. There we are. Just watch where I put those. Good. Nice fresh little feel to that. It's the main thing, getting the freshness of these paintings. Now a bit of subtle shadow work now under there, under these trees, down the left hand sides in places. Yep. And then of course got to decide where we're going to have the subtlety of shadow across these figures, because I like the fact that perhaps some of these figures are in shadow, but you often wonder whether that's just a little bit of light catching, not the left hand side but the right hand side, the legs there, so we need a bit of opening there. There we are, that's it. And that then gives that lovely feeling of sort of subtle light, bit of light just coming through in places. And then this one too virtually stretches across to that, like that. And of course it would then come up that tree to a certain extent. Like that, and you can use the point of the brush then to get a bit of extension to that. And that can then be nicely like that. Good. Let's just allow that to dry nicely. Just lifting away a little bit of colour. There, there, and there. There we are. Right, it just needs little finishing touches. Now, I know I talk a lot about finishing touches, but I'm using a rigger because they are so important, and I'm going to use a rigger with just some warm dark grey paint, really, more or less the shadow colour. And don't overload the rigger. There's little really dark areas that you know, along the edge where the tiles are. You know, that gives a secondary sort of feel. Or there is a ridge tile that we may benefit by showing that. It'll help give a bit of interest to that roof, like that. There we are. Just say I'm hinting at it, not actually putting everything in. I'm not telling the viewer everything, but I'm just giving that sort of impression down that back edge of there, like that. Surrounds of doors, the window surrounds. You know, just as I say, don't tell the viewer everything. It's what I always say, but it's an impression. But it just gives the whole thing character. These little finishing marks inside the doors there, another dark area inside the door, and of course we've got a window there, so that's always useful to depict. There's sections on this door, so we'll depict those. Oh, there's a window there. I know there's a door handle. They are glazed areas, so let's show those. It's a nice glazed area there. Okay, where else can we put these? Might even show a little bit of tile work. Yeah, let's just show. Just do a bit more to that roof line there. Perhaps just a touch of tile work, just with one or two lines like that. As I say, don't make them need to be very narrow. They're only small tiles, and one or two little sections just to show the perspective of the roof. You know, the roof lays at a bit of an angle. There we are. That's sufficient for that. Straighten them up a touch. That's it. And then there's some real dark sort of touches, spiky areas down here and here. Don't want to overdo anything, so it's little, you know, little bits of touches around the base there. And of course we've got to show where the path runs as well. The path runs around there. It comes around there like that. Just to give a bit of gravelly feel too to the path, just to send the eye in. Another little areas is where the wall meets the ground there, where that wall runs back like that. There we are, look at that. And I think that we're going to have to call that a successful little painting. I'm going to take the surround away and see what we've got. Well, there you have it. I've zoomed out and put the surround around, or taken the surround off, and gives a nice white surround. Just got to sign it really. I'm going to sign it in the bottom left hand corner with paint that I've used, obviously, and there, Colinsteed. There we are, signature done, and I think overall it's been quite a successful little painting. Well, I hope you've enjoyed watching me paint this lovely scene of these small cottages here in Great Baddow in Essex. Really enjoyed painting those, and if you've enjoyed watching, then please subscribe to my YouTube channel, click the link bottom right hand corner, and keep watching. Happy painting, and we'll see you all again very, very soon. Bye for now.